Hey guys, if your person is a Scorpio, this is going to be your reading. And that's Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign, or any other prominent placement. Let's see. All right, their energy generally is rest, recovery, and it feels like some sort of like deep dive into meditation, connecting with your higher self, connecting with your spirit guides, and we see the dove here, and that always represents Holy Spirit. Well, they call it Holy Spirit, Holy Wind, Prana, whatever it is, life force energy. That's what they're doing now, just allowing themselves to be held by nature. Now we also see a power animal here, a stag, and stag usually represents authority, the young energy, masculine energy. So it feels like this is the calm before the storm, the rest before they put some sort of action, some sort of plan, sorry, into action. That's what it feels like. So they're soaking in that energy and kind of gearing up for a particular movement that they want to make. But, this is like, peace be still kind of thing. Let's see their energy towards you. I'll pull some cards on that in a moment to see if we get all the messages. But that's what I'm getting. I'm getting like it's that inertia or potential energy just before the action takes place. I've shuffled all of these before. I'm just doing this on camera to reassure you guys. All right. Underneath the deck, yeah, enlightenment, and it's the same convening with the divine that we saw in the first pick. They're just kind of soaking it all up. This person might be a spiritual baby, but a Scorpio is never really a spiritual baby. It's just that sometimes they have to be reminded of their psychic energy, right? And their intuitive power. And it feels like this is what's happening with your person. All right, their energy towards you, quest for the truth. Now, when when Scorpio is not balanced, or when Scorpio has not matured, Scorpio can be very paranoid. I mean, that's just one of those things. One of those things. They can be very paranoid, macabre, cynical, when they're not balanced in their energy, when they've not truly made peace with who they are, right? And they got a lot of trust issues going on. Got a lot of trust issues going on, and I feel this is what happened with you and your person. They are on a quest to find out the truth of who you are because they don't trust anybody. They don't even trust their own parents. I'm telling you, right? I'm not saying that to throw shade on Scorpio. I'm telling you, when Scorpio is not balanced, this is exactly how it appears. So you are saying here, this is me, right? This is you. You're saying here, this is me, right? And they're like, yeah, but it must be more. They're looking for the setup. They're looking for the trap. They're looking for shit that's not there, right? That's just how it works. So this person is on a quest to unmask you, but you're already unmasked. But they think that you're too good to be true. So they're gonna search till they find the real you. Anyways, never a dull moment. Eh? Now, when Scorpio matures, it's beautiful energy, amazing, powerful, deeply sexual, tantric energy. So insightful. Just an amazing person to be around. But until they get there, save yourself. May the force be with you. Let's see. Let's see the in the energy of rest. We have 9 of 1, so it's a kind of allowing, just allowing themselves, as I told you, to be held by spirit, allowing the intuitive messages to come through, kind of letting down their guard and being vulnerable. And that's a big shift for Scorpio. Letting down their guard and being vulnerable, and just kind of listening to spirit. This person has a vision, um, and it's a vision of a happy relationship, and it's a vision of a happy family, whether that includes children or fur babies or whatever it is. This is their ultimate goal. It's not something that they share with other people, okay, because this is also something that they're afraid of as well, right? Because to be in a beautiful relationship like this, it takes an amount of transparency, um, and honesty and vulnerability. And these are certain things that an unevolved Scorpio finds life threatening. It's almost life threatening, right? It's God, um, the words aren't coming out. It's just counterproductive to their survival in their mind. So, but this is their dream. This is absolutely their dream, right? And they're kind of allowing that to kind of rise up out of themselves and come to the forefront of their mind. It's not something that they even admit to themselves on a regular basis. So this is a very vulnerable time for a person, and I think that's why they might be spending that time in quietude and solitude. Now they're on a quest to unmask you, even though you're saying, "Hey, this is me." Right? We have the Eight of Cups, and it could be that they're very intrigued by you because you are one of those persons that walked away from them, and it looks like that piqued your person's interest. So now they're all ears, right? They're all ears. They're all intrigued. Now that you've walked away and you've given them a little bit of distance, right? They feel safe enough to kind of let down their guard, allow some of their feelings to rise up, because again, when Scorpios are uninvolved, they can be very avoidant as well. So they spend most of their time, pushing you back, pushing you back. But when you step away, that's when they're able to allow their feelings to rise up and for them to really acknowledge how they feel. Otherwise, they're just playing defense. All right. What does your person want to talk about today? What do they want to tell you? What do they want to talk about? Okay, we have joyful. This is their, I told you, just their dream. To be in a relationship where they can show you their whole self, including the playful, funny little bits, right? And to just experience unadulterated joy without kind of sinking into, you know, life cynicisms, right? That's what they dream about. What do we have here? We have an old woman. Okay, so what do they want to talk about? Now, two things. One, they have a dream of growing old with you, right? And just sitting down and exchanging the usual pleasantries of life and just have that kind of company and be in that sort of stillness, right? And I hear that sound like love is a stillness. That's the energy that I'm hearing. And I heard as soon as I started your reading, Love is a Stillness by Sam Smith. That's what I heard. And this energy is coming through on this card. But this is how they're seeing you. Not necessarily that you're old, and you may be older than them, but old as in wise, right? Old as in still, right? Nothing that they were able to do was able to rock your resolve or shift you from who you are, and make you act out of character, right? And this is another game that unevolved Scorpio likes to play. They like to poke you for your reactions, right? But it looks like you've been kind of grey rocking this person. Like nothing they've thrown at you phases you at all. You just watch them, yeah. When you get fed up with that game, you'll let me know. Right? And they're very intrigued by that because they're used to getting a rise out of other people, but you're just there, okay. All right, when you get fed up of that, you let me know. We can start talking about feelings, right? So we have Queen of Cups. So they love you, absolutely, right? It feels like they want to settle down with you. Look, it's here again, Ace of Pentacles. So, this is what they want you to know. In their heart of hearts, even though they're doing all kinds of nonsense, maybe, Their dream, because this is a dream, this is their wish, they're wishing upon a star, is that you guys have a stable, solid relationship where you guys are able to grow all together and still enjoy each other's company. And if you go watch that video, that music video, Love the Stillness, I think one of the first scenes is a much older couple. They might be in their 70s, 80s, and they're just holding each other's hand and sitting on a train and just, just soaking in each other's company. That is the image that is coming forward. So this person has long-term dreams about this relationship, but they know that there's a bit of healing that they need to do before they're able to truly embrace what you have to offer, right? They got some trust issues that need working out. Let's get a message from your person's higher self. And we have here miracles, and that's what they're hoping for. They're hoping for a miracle. They're hoping for a chance, to, really explore this with you. And we have here remembrance, okay? So it feels like, this is a past life connection, right? And it feels like both of you in this life, decided to come back together again. I think you might have remembered that first, and then now going through this awakening. So it calls for patience. And if you're dealing with uninvolved Scorpio, loads of it. But this person really does love you. I think it's just that there's there's some healing that needs to be done. And then there's always healing to be done on anybody's end, but just for them to get to that place where there's still enough to have a healthy relationship, they still have some work to do. My love. So that was your reading. I hope that was helpful.